Shauna Bannon, an Irish fighter from Dublin, entered the cage with a level of confidence that was almost tangible. In the lead-up to the bout, she openly expressed that she was eager to secure a submission victory. She had consistently trained in jiu-jitsu and wrestling, dedicating much more time to these disciplines than to striking. She mentioned that she attended only 2 striking classes per week, while the remainder of her training focused heavily on grappling, often twice a day. Her objective was clear. She wanted to prove that she was more than just a striker. Bannon wanted to show the world that her ground game was formidable and that she could dominate opponents on the mat as well as on her feet. She entered the fight confident, prepared, and determined, believing that her skill set would allow her to control the fight and secure a victory over Dakota Ditcheva. However, what Bannon did not anticipate was the level of challenge that Dakota Ditcheva would bring once the fight began. From the very first bell, Dakota demonstrated that she was more than capable of taking control of the fight. Her approach was calculated, measured, and aggressive all at once. She used her reach, speed, and technical striking to immediately put Bannon on the defensive. It was apparent that Dakota's strategy involved controlling the distance, dictating the pace, and avoiding unnecessary risks while capitalizing on openings whenever they appeared. The difference in approach between the two fighters became clear quickly. Bannon relied on her aggression, strength, and desire to close the distance, while Dakota relied on precision, timing, and tactical awareness. The fight took place on February 29, 2020, at the UK Fighting Championships, an event known for hosting promising amateur fighters in women's MMA. This match was an amateur women's flyweight title fight, a significant opportunity for both athletes. Bannon entered with high expectations, openly stating that she wanted to achieve a submission victory to prove that she was not merely a striker. Dakota, meanwhile, was building her reputation through technical excellence, composure, and striking ability. Both fighters were hungry for victory, but the stage was set for Dakota to demonstrate her skill and mental preparedness under pressure. From the opening moments, both fighters began by feeling each other out. Initial exchanges were cautious, as each athlete sought to assess distance, timing, and rhythm. However, Dakota quickly began to assert herself. She utilized her sharp jabs and precise footwork to control the tempo of the fight. By staying just out of Bannon's striking range, Dakota was able to deliver accurate punches and kicks while minimizing the risk of counterattack. Her jab, in particular, was highly effective, consistently landing and disrupting Bannon's rhythm. Repeatedly, the shots caused Bannon to step back, breaking her flow and making it difficult to establish offensive opportunities. As the round progressed, Dakota began incorporating leg and body kicks into her offensive arsenal. The strikes were powerful, well-timed, and clearly effective. Bannon's movement began to slow slightly as the kicks affected her balance, mobility, and overall stamina. Bannon attempted to adapt by pressing forward, seeking to initiate close-range exchanges where she could leverage her grappling strength. Despite her efforts, she struggled to land meaningful strikes. Dakota's defensive awareness, head movement, and footwork allowed her to evade most of Bannon's punches, maintaining control and keeping the fight in her favor. The pivotal moment in the fight occurred late in the first round. Bannon, frustrated by her inability to land clean strikes, initiated a clinch against the cage. In a moment of urgency, she threw a series of punches, some of which landed illegally on the back of Dakota's head. The referee immediately intervened, halting the action. Dakota dropped to her knees in visible pain as the officials assessed the situation. After consulting with the ringside team and conducting a medical check, the decision was made to disqualify Bannon at the 4-minute and 35-second mark of the first round. Consequently, Dakota Ditcheva was awarded the victory. The outcome, while technically decisive, was somewhat anticlimactic. Dakota had dominated the bout from the opening bell, showcasing superior skill, technique, and strategy. The disqualification did not diminish the fact that Dakota was clearly in control, dictating every aspect of the fight from distance management to striking accuracy. Many observers believed that had the contest continued under normal circumstances, Dakota would likely have secured a conventional and decisive finish. The fight, therefore, served as both a demonstration of Dakota's abilities and a reminder of the strict rules governing MMA, where a single lapse or illegal action can result in a loss despite overall performance. For Shauna Bannon, the loss served as a harsh but valuable lesson. While her courage and determination were evident, the incident highlighted the importance of discipline, awareness, and strategic thinking in professional combat sports. Even highly skilled fighters can be penalized for small mistakes, and in Bannon's case, the disqualification underscored how quickly a situation can change in the heat of competition. The experience, however, did not define her career. Bannon continued to train, improve her skills, and adapt her approach, using the lessons learned from her bout with Dakota to grow as a fighter. Her resilience and determination would eventually carry her into a professional career where she would continue to demonstrate her courage, tenacity, and skill set. Following the bout with Bannon, Dakota Ditcheva's career trajectory continued upward. Her next notable opponent was Chelsea Hackett, a fighter with a Muay Thai background and a reputation for striking. Hackett entered the cage with confidence, openly stating that she believed she could hand Dakota her first professional loss. Hackett's strategy relied on movement, power shots, and discipline in striking, with the goal of keeping Dakota off balance and unable to impose her own pace. However, from the very start, Dakota demonstrated that she was prepared for the challenge. From the opening bell, Dakota put Hackett under immediate pressure. She displayed excellent footwork, sharp jabs, and powerful body kicks, effectively controlling the cage and dictating the tempo of the fight. Every strike Dakota threw was delivered with precision, purpose, and intent. Hackett attempted to respond with her own strikes, landing a few kicks and punches, but she struggled to adjust to Dakota's speed, reach, and timing. Within the first minute, it was clear that Dakota was dominating the exchanges. She was faster, stronger, and more precise, controlling both space and momentum. Approximately 1 minute into the first round, Dakota landed a devastating body shot that visibly affected Hackett. Recognizing the opportunity to capitalize, Dakota intensified her offensive output, launching a series of rapid, precise strikes. Hackett attempted to defend, but Dakota's relentless pressure, accuracy, and tactical awareness left her with no room to recover. Within seconds, another clean strike sent Hackett to the canvas, and the referee intervened, stopping the contest to ensure her safety. The fight concluded via TKO at 1 minute and 39 seconds into the first round, marking another dominant performance for Dakota. The bout against Hackett was more than just a victory, it was a statement. Dakota did not merely win, she controlled every aspect of the fight and dismantled an experienced opponent with clarity and precision. Her ability to maintain composure, execute a tactical plan, and capitalize on opportunities demonstrated a level of skill and professionalism that set her apart from many fighters in the division. Observers noted that Dakota's striking footwork and ability to read her opponent's intentions were particularly impressive, highlighting her readiness to compete at higher levels of competition. Dakota's success in the cage is the result of a combination of natural talent, disciplined training, and mental preparedness. Her fights reveal not only physical capability but also a high fight IQ. Dakota understands how to control distance, pace, and positioning while simultaneously capitalizing on her opponent's mistakes. This ability allows her to maintain dominance, even against highly skilled competitors. Her performances, whether through striking or overall control of the fight, consistently demonstrate that she is capable of competing at the highest levels of the sport. The impact of Dakota's victories extends beyond her own career. For her opponents, these bouts serve as valuable experiences in skill assessment, tactical planning, and adaptation under pressure. Bannon, despite the disqualification, gained insights into the demands of high-level competition and the importance of composure under stress. Hackett, meanwhile, experienced the consequences of being unprepared for the speed, precision, and tactical awareness of a dominant opponent. In both cases, Dakota's performance highlighted the critical role of preparation, strategy, and mental fortitude in professional MMA. As Dakota continued her journey, she faced increasingly difficult opponents, consistently demonstrating the same qualities that had marked her earlier bouts. Her combination of sharp striking, effective footwork, and cage control allowed her to dictate fights while minimizing risk. Fans and analysts recognized that Dakota was not only a rising star, but also a fighter capable of dominating at multiple levels. Her ability to combine technical skill, tactical awareness, and relentless aggression made her an opponent that no one in the division could underestimate. The trajectory of Dakota's career also illustrates the importance of adaptability and continued growth. Each fight provides an opportunity to refine skills, test strategies, and learn from both victories and challenges. Dakota's willingness to study opponents, adjust her approach, and execute game plans effectively has been a major factor in her continued success. Her victories are the product of both natural ability and disciplined preparation, demonstrating that talent alone is not enough to succeed in high-level combat sports. Moreover, Dakota's career highlights the psychological aspects of competition. Confidence, composure, and resilience are essential traits for any successful fighter. Dakota has consistently shown an ability to remain calm under pressure, analyze situations in real time, and capitalize on openings while avoiding unnecessary risk. These mental attributes, combined with technical proficiency, make her a formidable opponent for anyone in the sport. Fans and commentators have noted that Dakota's mental toughness is as impressive as her physical abilities, setting her apart in a competitive field. The bouts against Bannon and Hackett also illustrate the diversity of challenges in MMA. Bannon's emphasis on grappling and submissions required Dakota to maintain awareness of potential takedowns and ground attacks, while Hackett's striking expertise tested Dakota's ability to manage distance, timing, and angles effectively. In both cases, Dakota's success was a result of comprehensive preparation, adaptability, and execution under pressure. These victories reflect the multi-dimensional nature of MMA, where fighters must be skilled in striking, grappling, and strategic thinking to succeed consistently. Looking ahead, Dakota's career trajectory suggests continued success. Her performances have drawn attention from fans, analysts, and promoters alike, with many predicting that she will soon contend for higher titles and face increasingly competitive opponents. Her combination of skill, tactical awareness, and mental fortitude makes her a top prospect in women's MMA, and her continued growth as a fighter will likely keep her at the forefront of the sport for years to come. In summary, Dakota Ditcheva's journey through amateur and professional MMA showcases a fighter with exceptional skill, preparation, and mental discipline. Her bouts against Shauna Bannon and Chelsea Hackett highlight her ability to dominate opponents through striking, control, and tactical awareness. These fights serve as milestones in her career, demonstrating both her potential and her capability to perform under pressure. Dakota's continued success is a product of talent, training, strategy, and resilience, and her trajectory points toward a future filled with further accomplishments, challenges, and unforgettable performances. Each fight reinforces her status as a rising star and a formidable competitor in the world of women's mixed martial arts.